Hi, it's Monday afternoon in Parliament. It's been a really significant day where the Prime Minister has announced that our Labour government is going to ban social media for under 16s, and specifically 10 of the biggest platforms. I know this is a hugely important issue for people living in Welwyn Hatfield. I had hundreds and hundreds of emails encouraging me to back a full ban, but I also held a really good and valuable event at Monk's Walk Secondary School a month or so ago. And thank you again to everybody who took the time to come along, young people, teachers, parents and others in the community who care a lot about this issue. Look, I think the government has come to the right judgment on this. I've said consistently that the status quo was just not defensible. We've got young people exposed to social media apps, to algorithms which are pointing them to content which often they don't even want to see, but content that can be very harmful, that the apps themselves, there's a lot of evidence that they are addictive. I was at the University of Hertfordshire just last week actually, and they've done a whole academic study into the dangers associated with what they call the problem use of the internet. So there's an academic view that this is damaging, but most importantly, there is a clear sense from all the parents that I spoke to and the teachers that lots of people in Welwyn Hatfield, and I know this is represented across the country, just wanted that government leadership on social media. They've had their conversations with their 10, 11, 12-year-olds saying, we don't want to get you a smartphone, we don't think social media is good for your mental health, but they've come under lots of pressure as some of their friends and peers had parents who relented and understandably, in the end, agreed to giving their child access to social media. This is now what I think parents wanted and the vast majority wanted. Clear direction from the government that by early next year, early 2027, social media will be banned for under 16s. There are still apps like WhatsApp that are going to be free to use, and that's really important so that young people still do have the opportunity to speak and stay in regular contact with their friends. Of course, there's elements of the internet which is so good for young people in our understanding, which Josh, who's filming, is saying, oh, the bell's going. That's a normal part of parliamentary life, so I'm going to keep going. But look, this is, I think, a really important day. We've got a few months now to get this through Parliament, and I want constituents to keep asking me questions, how this is going to be enforced, what the timetable will be. All of that needs to be worked through, and I know this is going to continue to be a live debate and a discussion for people, but the government couldn't be clearer. We are going to take this decisive step. We're one of the first countries in the world to do it. Australia led from the front. We've got lessons to learn from them, but I think this is good news for, most importantly, for children and young people growing up, but for parents, teachers and everybody who cares about the welfare of our young people. I wanted to record this message today. Please get in touch if you've got further questions. Thanks.